Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested at all in Palantir Stock, PLTR, then you're going to be happy that you clicked on this video because we have many things to discuss, especially with one of the biggest criticisms that is going against Palantir Stock right now, and that is that it's very overvalued. We're going to be talking especially what this means and what the bullish analysts are doing to basically argue against that, and what we're seeing in the company fundamentals, especially with those Q2 earnings that were just recently released this last week, and with their announcement of their $1 billion stock buyback program of their common stock. Now, with their current price, we're going to be talking about how does this get all incorporated into the mumble jumble between the bulls and the bears. So make sure you stick around for the full video because we have a lot to talk about. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Data Dispatch. Hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe for daily videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt and do your own research before making an investment decision. Let's pop it up on the screen what you guys are here to learn about. Now, Palantir, what we saw trading last week, it'll be interesting to see how trading does incorporate today. What we're going to see, especially this whole week, is that Palantir is at about that 1541. That's where it closed out recently. We do see some profit taking, and especially here towards the end of July, remember Palantir basically goes from about this $15, $17 level, pops up to $20. Those Q2 earnings get released. Palantir, you see some profit taking coming here into about the $15 zone. Now, what does this mean, especially for the future, with their $1 billion buyback program that they talked about, especially with their generative AI, their AIP software, that more clients, and we're seeing their customer base grow. What does this mean, especially with the criticism of a high valuation for PLTR? Now, if we talk about this and looking into some of these Seeking Alpha articles, they do a great job. So I kind of wanted to break it down here, is that PLTR is really focusing on their short-term contracts. And what this helps is expanding their performance obligations, basically saying and getting more diversified with more type of client bases. And this is helping their customer growth. We've seen this, and especially here, their customer and the company customer count grew over by 38% year over year. Now, customers are what do run a business. So it's great to see here, especially with their Q2 earnings, which have already showed a continued double-digit growth, and the potential for its AI is expanding to the addressable market, because we've seen this with their customer growth over by 38%. This does show a demand for the software, and with demand does come a higher price, which does come more revenue towards the company, which is great. Rather than just looking at the stock price, we're really trying to focus on the internals here, and specifically looking at how are their metrics doing business-wise, and not just what is the valuation being put on the company, which is a big criticism. People saying that it's very high right now. So if we go back, one thing I think that is key to look at is especially the price that is trading at right now at about $15 is looking at that 3-year PLTR stock price. Now, 3-year, 2021, 2022, you got Palantir hanging around those 24, 28. So you have a lot of foundation built there. We see some sell-off, especially as we had lots of sell-off in the stock market kind of last year. PLTR is more than double right now from the May 2023 bottom, which was at 738. And right now it's retesting, actually it's fiscal year of 2021, Q4, it's retesting those support levels. Now, due to this rally, and especially with this explosion that we saw with Palantir, some rapid profit taking, I don't think that's surprising. And I think actually decreasing the price, and we're seeing the actual valuation of Palantir come down, could actually be a good thing, especially for those looking into the long-term future of Palantir. Now, if we talk about the volatility, of course, this is, not a top blue chip stock. They still have to have the opportunity, and they're actually working on the opportunity to become part of the S&P 500, especially with their recent AI software. Now, what's cool about the recent AI software, the AIP software that they released, is that it's already being used by over 100 corporate clients, and the company is really putting a lot of investments and resources into generative AI, and we're seeing this grow, and especially with their growth story so far. Basically, this breaks down that, hey, they're continuing to grow as a company, and you even have the CEO that is bullish enough on it, and the company's bullish enough on it to buy $1 billion worth of their own common stock. So talking about this and putting it all together, I think is great to see that you do have green flags, but the only red flag, of course, is that valuation. And what that valuation is, basically that forward price to earnings is basically of 65x and this trades at a very big premium. So talking about the valuation compares to the price to earnings, yes, that's a high premium, but the bottom of $7, we haven't seen that in many years. So the fact that we're 100x from there, we could see more possibly of a sell-off, especially if we see a little bit of a fizzle out from the generative AI industry. However, I think the fundamentals behind the company are very strong, and we could easily see new growth. And while it tries to figure out its valuation, maybe sitting on the sidelines wouldn't be the worst thing at this point. And like I said, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure you do your own research and watch lots of videos and do, of course, your own digging into these types of things. I'm just trying to educate everybody and get more lights and basically get more eyes on the actual things that are happening within the company by showing you guys some of these articles. So interesting to see here. Basically, at the end of the day, the way that I'm looking at Palantir is, hey, we've seen its valuation come down. The company is doing well. We see this with the metrics that we've seen with the earnings. However, will that valuation come down? I think there is a possibility there. So right now, I think I'm going to just keep it on the wait list. I'll be keeping a watch, and I'll be keeping you guys updated. So take care, peace out, and I'll catch you guys later.